competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn, Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you by. Finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. Can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right, I don't got time. I could it's all to we're talking about you, about to protecting the sons and daughters from political manslaughter.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price based off the item you choose. Many times in the culture, hit you with them K-Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, falling out through the rubble. Remember this in jungle, the top always gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe now should I do it? Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you may get all that you desire, no sin was that never be the same.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the...
For first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Philip Lindsay. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Lindsay, the ball carrier.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he goes out right around the 39. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Watson on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mack Wilson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 21-yard line.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams.
That's good.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam.
On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
A run for Nick Chubb. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. First carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Faking the give. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
3 and out.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
The first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Here comes Lindsey, toss right. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Trying to get it with Snell. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this Browns defense stands tall.
Turnover on downs.
The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
A gain of 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's going to float this one deep right. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 78 yards as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
The score, Browns 7, Steelers 0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play. First down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Here's Snell. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. Here's Watson looking deep here for Ebron. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the rep.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flushed out right. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. His throw caught right around the 6. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, it's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Eric Ebron. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Watson looks to throw again. He'll buy some time right. Got his man. It's caught. for a Steelers touchdown.
Complete to
Jordan Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check it back, check it back.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Room here to run. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
On 1st down, Snell. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
gun. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Check 26, check 26.
Watson off play action. Being chased out left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Yeah, a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down.
A 43-yard attempt.
And Boswell has this one going left. No good. He missed it left. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me, what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
He's checking.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Off of play action, it's Watson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Chubb on the counter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
On the play, it's 3rd and 10.
Monday. 50, Mike 50. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Check 3. 91.
They run it again with Chubb. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds. And they'll spot it right at the 20.
With the score.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. To throw again. Watson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Looking deep for Hilton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 3-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd.
Now Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To throw, Kaepernick. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Xavier Rhodes sprints in on the corner blitz for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Brings up 3rd down.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now Watson to throw on 3rd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
36, 54.
To the air yet again, Watson. Looking deep for Hilton. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
1st and 10 at the
Kaepernick looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Watson on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, In the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb, and he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
It's 4th down.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than when I get expected up the back. In fact, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big set.